Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be watching from. Welcome to Booyah Bay 24. I'm Binkatronic, and I'm here with my excellent, wonderful co-host. Take it away.
Hey, Vink, how's it going today? I'm Nato. We'll be casting the second round of the first pool of Swiss here today, and it looks like we're going to have a really good matchup for you guys.
We are.
And how are you feeling about this tournament here so far, Vink?
I'm still thinking it's anyone's to win. We have some incredible teams here that, frankly, this may as well be a major. But then we also have, it's an open tournament. Anyone can enter. We have a lot of people here. This might be their first tournament. Happy to have them. Still anyone's game. That's the beauty of Splatoon. Anyone can take it home.
Yeah, to your point, we were looking at the team list earlier, and there are 15 teams in this tournament, but you would almost expect this to be like way bigger with how great the teams are. Like, we were just looking at the top 4 on the first page of our sheet here, and I'm like, wow, every single one of these teams could like win a weekly, or they could just win a LAN straight up, and there's like 4 of them with like a really deep list of sleepers on these pages as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing these teams play today.
Absolutely. You're not going to be bored watching this. You're going to pay for your whole seat, but you're only going to use the edge of it.
You absolutely will, and I believe we're going to be going up with Crab Leg Capital on Rainmaker to begin with. What do you think about this map mode, and what sort of picks do you think we're going to be seeing coming out of these teams, Bink?
I do love Rainmaker. I'm pretty bad at it because I always just want to rush forward, and I always get caught in that explosion.
Don't we all?
But I'm thinking we're going to see some surprise. I think we're going to have a big old fight at center. I'm hoping honestly that this isn't just a sweep where one of the teams just takes it all the way with no contest. I want to see them fight it out. I want to see them slug it out a little bit.
Yeah, and I think we actually are going to see kind of a slugfest here. If I'm not mistaken, we should be seeing Triggerfish Zone Supremacy versus on Krak, and I don't think Triggerfish Zone Supremacy needs any sort of introduction. They are a very well-known, established team, harkening back to the best map mode combination, quote unquote, from Splatoon 2. And
game design brilliance.
Truly the best game design on one side, where basically Shiny is going to be subbing for them, but we do have Pepe, DRF, and Golden Ball or Brian here, all extremely strong players, and I think we're going to see some really good plays coming out from all of them.
Oh, absolutely. This is not a team that you want to miss. This is not a team you want to underestimate. When you're playing against them, you need to bring your best, and fortunately, yeah. I think on Krak will be ready to do so.
Yeah, and I'm ecstatic that we're going to be seeing these two teams against each other so early, because on Krak has an excellent roster of their own. We have Vera, Vision Squared, Dali, and Kanan as well, who have had some really amazing results both in Ludi and at recent LAN events as well. They were first at the first SoCali event, so in a lot of ways, they almost have like a local target on their back, right?
They're trying to take over the whole stage.
Started with SoCal, moving to NorCal here, but I think that they're going to
reach Canada sometime soon. Right?
Oh gosh, they're going to take over Sea Battle up in Seattle too. I certainly hope not. That'd be a real pain. But we're getting into it now. Rainmaker here as we see DRF Shiny Pepe and DRF Sun over here. Oh, Kanan, Dali, and Vision Squared on the opposite side. What do you think of these loadouts here?
I'm pretty excited. I got some. Let's see. I'm seeing only one roller. These are some interesting rollers. I'm a Splatling main myself,
yeah.
And kind of disheartening not to see more of them. But these are great. I don't really know what to say. I see two sloshers. Looks like a charger.
Yeah, it looks like immediately there we saw one go down from Triggerfish Zone Supremacy and then a second one, but they've managed to flip this in the opposite direction with on Krak immediately grabbing it. Yeah, look at them going top right instantly.
No
we'll see.
Fear.
Oh, look at that back come out. That is a fantastic play to defend the Rainmaker carrier and already pop this first checkpoint here. 3 down. It appears to be only Vera on the side of on Krak who's up. It's now time for Triggerfish Zone Supremacy to push.
They are pushing. They've got their whole team going together. Looks like DRF has the Rainmaker going for the capture.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's 2 down already on the side. That's 3 down on the side of on Krak. It's just the Zuka left and a fantastic. What a shot there. I don't know how much.
One splat. That's beautiful.
That possibly could have saved them a knockout here. I mean, it's not going to save them getting a bunch of points down. They're already down to 3.
Ooh,
Pepe just moving out of the way here, all the way down to 3 early on. A good pick coming out from the side of Pepe, but ultimately that is a huge early push coming out from the side of TZS.
Absolutely. Bink. On Krak is doing a beautiful job defending, but they really need to step it up. and they do have the Rainmaker. They're pushing forward, hiding behind the screen. Gotta love it. Taking the top row. Dally. Okay, Dally's still up and active.
Yep.
I've got Vera sweeping in, coming to provide some backup.
Yeah, moving back to a 2v2 situation here on the map is just Vera and Dally up here trying to defend this Rainmaker, and it turns out TZS has actually really kept their position in mid quite well. Vera laying down this way. They're pushed pretty far back, but the Zuka is ready. They need to dislodge this pencil here from the top right. And it comes a fantastic Zuka shot from Vera, taking him out, and a second one as well.
Beautiful.
That is a beautiful move from the Carbon Roller. Unfortunately, Rainmaker just so happens to go down, and DRF's son over here comes down and does get the pick on the Carbon. They've sort of stabilized in mid here, Bink.
Right. We are holding right in the middle. Like I said, I wanted to see a real knockdown drag out, and this is what we're getting here.
Oh, that's a good showing there from on Krak, where Kanan here is putting down the wall to defend their teammate.
We got the Killer Whale up and active.
Yeah, Killer Whale is active. It looks like 2 members are down from the side of on Krak. Kanan coming up, getting another pick well ahead of their team here. Unfortunately, Rainmaker goes down again. Kanan's still alive, gets the jump in for Vera, but it's looking like this is probably going to be the end of this push for on Krak.
I think so. That was their opportunity. They all went down. Now Triggerfish has the they've got the Rainmaker. Let's see what they're able to do with it. Still got lots of time, 2 minutes left in the match.
Yeah, anything can happen, especially on Rainmaker. And don't forget that both checkpoints have already been cleared. So both on Krak and TZS have cleared that first check. And if it's Rainmaker, it can be as simple as just getting one. And it looks like Pepe's actually going to get a pickup there. Rainmaker is just trying to stay alive here, manages to get another one down. It looks like TZS, although they're in the lead, they're not stopping. I think they want to push all the way to the knockout here.
Honestly, why wouldn't you? You gotta, in the first round of the day, you gotta make a statement.
Oh, look at this point up here. You know,
a little too aggressive, I think. Maybe a little greedy.
You know, it was a bit aggressive, but I do want to give DRF credit there for going so far top right, because that puts the Rainmaker in kind of an inconvenient location for on Krak, because they need to decide, hey, do we let it reset up here or do we push it all the way, which is some additional distance? I think that might have been strategic there. They picked it up, but look how far across the map they have to push it.
They have to go forever. Yeah.
Yes. With one going down already, Shiny here just like holding position up here. They're in a really good position to defend this and maybe push a little more.
I wouldn't want to be getting anywhere near that thing.
No one really does want to get close to Pencil as the cooler comes out. Really interesting cooler location is too, kind of getting it out of the way of their teammates. And again, we see TZF just sort of sharking in this upper right position here. It looks like they're wasting a bunch of time. Oh, Vera comes in, gets the pick. Suction Bomb actually from Vision Squared comes in, grabs it. About 20 seconds left in the map. On Krak has to push it a long way.
They've got to push it. And honestly, smart play by TFZ.
Definitely.
When you're in the lead, you don't need to. When you're in the lead, holding is a valuable strategy. Running out the clock is all you need to do, and that's what they've been doing. On Krak really need to push it. It's gonna be a stretch, honestly. They need to get some faster shoes or something.
I think we're gonna be going into overtime pretty quick. 2 members do go down from the side of Triggerfish down Supremacy. Really good pick from Vision Squared there.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That's an absolutely key pick. This will open up top right, but no, the
not
bucket,
enough.
Not quite enough. The Tri-Slosher just comes from behind and gets the pick right at the end. You know, I want to talk to something you said at the end of that match there, Bank.
Yeah.
You know, you said, if you've made a good push, there's no real reason to push in too much forward. Stalling is a legitimate strategy,
That's right?
And right at the beginning of that match, we saw TZS push to 3.
They pushed like crazy.
They pushed a long ways, and then they just stalled, right? They were extending. They were going pretty far top right, but they didn't overextend to the point at which they gave an overwhelming advantage to on Krak, right?
Right. They stayed within their zone. They had captured a good bit of territory. They were in control of, they held the center, and you don't need to overextend, like you said. They just held it in that inconvenient corner, which is itself a brilliant piece of strategy.
It is, and just that map mode, like Crab Leg, really lends itself to, hey, we'll be up here on one of these stacks and just get far enough away from the enemy team that we can push or we can back up if we need to. However, that might not be the case for some of the future maps, right? And I think what we saw at the beginning of this one on Crab Leg was when we saw a really, really big push come out from TZS right at the beginning, and we actually saw a wipeout on the side of on Krak. We saw an excellent vac play where the vac
Oh, that
shot
was so
actually
beautiful.
wiped out the Rainmaker.
That was incredible.
And it bought them some time, probably saved them from being KO'd, but
Right.
ultimately didn't prevent them from getting to 3. So I
Right.
think for game 2 here in Barnacle and Dime, we're probably going to need to see some slight adjustments come out from the side of On Krak, and they probably have the ability to do it because Clan Bliss does play very differently than Rainmaker.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It kind of rewards aggression in maybe a way that Rainmaker doesn't.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see if we see any adjustments come out from either of these two sides. Looks like Shiny is still on that pencil there. The double shot composition as well. Vera sticking with that carbon roller. And, these look like
it served
similar.
Vera so well in the past. So why change now?
I'd see a big change here is Dally here actually is going for the vanilla ballpoint. You were talking about Splatlings earlier today. And it was the ballpoint Nouveau, I believe it was, the one with the vac, and this one actually has inkjet, which I think will give On Krak a little bit more forward aggression here.
Yeah, I think that that's actually a very good choice to playing to the game mode. The vac definitely seems more a defensive weapon, and the inkjet's way more offensive.
It is. Look at this.
Pushing, my
3
word.
down on the side of TZS already. This is basically the opposite of what we saw in the opponent in the last game where On Krak was 3 or 4 down immediately. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to score quite yet. They only get 1 ball in for having that many. I think maybe they were just waiting for a couple more picks, and they do get the lead, but it's not a very big push.
Right. This is still very much an open game.
Yeah.
And I do think that On Krak might have had a little chat in between the rounds, because they definitely pushed in a way that they didn't in the last round.
Yeah, totally agreed. And it looks like already we just talked about this player gets an incredible pick. Look at that pick using that.
That was incredible.
Weapon. Yeah, and they didn't have that. Last game they had the vac, and already is paying off 2 members down on the side of TZS. That is 21 clams on the side of On Krak. They have all the clam economy right now.
It kind of theirs to lose at the moment. I see they're pushing forward, not super aggressively. They're just inching their way forward. They don't want to lose it. Dallas got the inkjet going again.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get another pick here.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good pick on Pepe. Does go down at the end.
Been watching the skies there.
Absolutely. Shiny here just holding some position back, able to get Vera. That's a really good pick. That's your forward weapon as well. 2 go down, 3 go down, and Shiny gets taken out. It's just DRF on that bucket.
Good job, Vision.
They're going to have to back up here. Yeah, good job. Vision. I think that now things have sort of shifted back into kind of a neutral game here. We're at a 3v4 situation on the field where most of the clams are on the side of On Krak again. They've been holding this clam possession for most of it, but Shiny comes out again with that Sniper Rider just to get a pick about halfway across the map, get the cooler down for their teammates. We haven't seen any score from TZS left, and we haven't seen them get far through mid, but they've done a really good job defending so far. They've allowed 1 power clam to get in, and that's it.
I mean, they've kept this game close, which is what they need. On Krak's been honestly kind of playing out of their minds a little bit, pushing in the way that they have.
Yeah.
But they're in the lead, can run out the clock and still take it. But Triggerfish isn't going to make this easy.
No, definitely not. And with 3 going down, that is a wipeout. This is not what you want to see if you're On Krak. The problem is they also had a second power clam ready. Unlike the push that we saw out of the side of On Krak, they had both clams ready right when that wipeout began, and Pepe's coming in with a few more here. It looks like they missed the first shot, but got the second attempt at the ball in, all the way down to 28. This is a major push from TZS.
If I'm On Krak, that was exactly what I did not want to see.
Exactly.
Their lead evaporated in an instant, and honestly, Triggerfish is camping in their the call's coming from inside the house at this point.
Yeah, they have just moved so far up. That is the sort of push where you want to stamp out the push as soon as possible. You don't want it to just linger on, and that is what happened, unfortunately, for On Krak. But On Krak just really needs to regain some of the control we saw earlier in this game here, Bink. We saw them with all the clams and a wipeout earlier in the game. I think they can do it.
Oh, absolutely. They just need to focus up, come together as a team, focus on getting some good picks, make sure all the clams are united, and then they just need to not miss their shots once they get that goal open.
Not missing their shots is a great point, as Vera actually is able to take out 2 immediately using the Zuka,
you love to
out
see
a little bit of space in mid for their team. And DRF Sun here is just trying to hold space on the snipe. They've been doing a really fantastic job this whole game, just getting the strikes and holding them. Now, Pepe, almost to that dangerous Zuka that we hear so many times, has the Zuka ready, pulls it out, but gets just canceled by Vision.
Beautiful job.
Oh, what a push.
I saw Vision's life flash before my eyes, but Vision just was only focused on Pepe. That was beautiful.
You know, with all that chaos on the field, I think that actually sort of returned things to a neutral state. We didn't see one team gain a huge advantage from that, and with only 20 seconds left, I'd actually say that sort of favors the defending team, with Pepe trying to getting a fantastic Zuka pick on Kanan as well. A double with the Zuka, now 3 down again for on Krak. What are they going to do?
Time for the final push, I guess. You gotta. It's now or never.
Yes, 15 seconds of overtime.
Unfortunately, looking like it's gonna be never.
Yeah.
Triggerfish was going.
Oh man, they fought really hard there. But
They did.
A wipeout at the end and a final power clam to seal the deal for TZS. That's sort of a tough way to end. But you mentioned this early on in the match. On Krak, they had a lot of control, and they did a really good job getting that control. It's just there were just the moments around the push themselves where things just sort of fell through their fingers there.
And it just kind of goes to show that anything can happen in a moment's notice. You can have the entire map under your control. It can all be your color, but something goes wrong. You miss a pick you were expecting to have. The other team gets their super a little faster than you expected, and then suddenly the momentum all changes. On Krak went from having, not a huge lead, but they were holding pretty well. They could have won with just that one goal, but Triggerfish turned it around.
They absolutely did, and this is why we play Splatoon, right?
Absolutely.
It looks like you're in the lead, but you just get just enough specials, just enough picks, just enough paint advantage over the other team, and you can take it all the way back. And we saw TZS just capitalize almost off of everything. But I think that game, in my opinion, was a lot closer than the previous one. Even if the score itself doesn't directly reflect it, I think the gameplay that we saw out of on Krak was really, really close to being perfect, especially that first push they had.
I do want to commend also, all the uses of the specials. We had Pepe with a fearing Zuka taking everyone out, but then we had Dali on Krak with the excellent inkjets that were honestly kind of instrumental to their scoring in the first push. These specials can be super powerful, but only if you use them well. And these are two teams who really know how to use them well.
Yeah, definitely so. And I think the battle of the long-range special was sort of what characterized that last Clan Blitz game, right?
Yeah.
Like, we saw Zuka from Pepe on one side, a Zuka from Vera on the other side, a Zuka from Vision squared over there, right? Like, and maybe there was a trade, maybe there was a good pick. But also, like you said, the inkjet as well really did its job, and we had Cooler on both sides as well. So if you lose your special before you get it, and you have Cooler, you retain all that special charge. So really the exchange of the long-range special. And don't forget, folks, that this is a Swiss bracket here. Because it is a Swiss bracket here, there are going to be all sorts of tiebreakers and ties and, seeding-based ties and such. So it is to your advantage to play every single round, even if you think, hey, it's unlikely that we're going to win this one against a strong opponent team, to the best of your ability, because you never know what might break the tie to either get you into upper bracket or get you down into the silver bracket. And
that's exactly right. Unlike a cheddar bracket, with a Swiss bracket, every match matters. You really got to you can't step off the gas for a second, which is good. I think that's what the players want, and really that's what the fans want to see. You don't want to watch someone throwing the match because they don't think they can win it. You want to see them giving their all, pushing to the last minute. Nothing's lost until it's lost.
Oh, yeah, that is absolutely true. And I believe now, does that conclude our first round? And we're going to be moving into the next.
I think we're going to be getting ready for the second set of pools.
Yeah, I think we'll be going into round 3 of pool 1, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think we had round 1 went by. That one wasn't casted. We had a couple of technical issues, and now we're into round 2 right now. And I believe I see people standing up, so we're probably going to be entering round 3 pretty soon here. So I think that actually kind of ends it for us. I believe we're going to be having a new set of commentators coming on. I think we're going to be seeing Garrett and Toes, come on to commentate pretty.
It's going to be a wonderful show for all the fine people watching. I wish I were at home watching so I could get their commentary as well. But I'm here at the event. Wouldn't want to be it. I take that back. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Oh, I don't think so either. There's still a bunch of great Splatoon to play today, so stay with us here, folks, and we are just about ready to sign off. Any final words you want for the good folks at here, Bink? Good folks at home, excuse me. Good folks at home, Bink.
Great having you here, Nato. Thanks for everything.
As well. See y'all later.
See ya.